Hello, good evening, gentle viewers. Welcome to Roll the Bones. We are back with TPK in Chaos Falls. We left things in a rather sort of precarious, dangerous, chaotic note last week, with one of our players being dangled over the abyss, a few thousand feet in the air off the side of a ship, and all sorts of anarchy in place, and just some craziness going down. So I will ask my players, Mike, Dom, and Rob, what happened previously on TPK.
We were with the dwarfs to begin with, and yes, we were in the Hewn Valley, and there was a war. We discovered a war between the last bastion of dwarfs against feral elves, for lack of a better description, and kind of thrown right into it, knowing that we needed to find an artifact to get us out of there. And then we were guided to speak to Fendrex. My note says not Theodrex, Fendrex.
Fendrex, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely not Theodrex.
Fendrex proved to be a killer shot and provided this motley crew with provided them with like this amazing support power, which was telling where to shoot, and we would be warped with these warp arrows to a location on the battlefield of our choosing, as we met these savage elves in glorious conflict. And
it was a battle for the ages.
We absolutely smashed them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Johan especially with a fireball.
Yes. Johan seizing the elven general's form and warp arrowed across the field to then land him on his face, just as a chaos effect triggered a fireball. It was pretty special, for sure.
It was a really epic move, actually. I think it was.
It was very lucky.
Very special.
It was a very lucky move, like, to be clear.
There was definitely luck involved. You know, we won't state otherwise, but it was a very well thought out move at the same time, though. Like,
get the boy out of his.
It was making lemonade from lemons, wasn't it?
Yeah, it swallowed him out of the ranks of his elven brethren, so they wouldn't swarm us if we were trying to get the sword out of his hands. Because we needed the sword. We learned he had this powerful sword, and once the battle had concluded, we learned that this sword was one of legend. It was none other than the Sword of Cass, the very blade that had been used to defeat Vecna and cut his hand from his arm, and gouge his eye from his face, I believe, as well.
It's true, yes.
Yeah, so we have that, and that is sort of in contest with Night, who, funnily enough, currently has the Hand of Vecna. So that's fun.
The Hand of Vecna not used to power any portals, so the Hand of Vecna is still very much on Knight's person. Yeah. And also, just as a point, Johan did actually use the Sword of Cass, which might have repercussions later.
Oh, yes, he did, didn't he?
Maybe. He did give it a shot, before it was used to power the portal.
But he didn't get to keep it.
He used it on somebody. And no, it seems that those the artifacts that you have used to power portals don't come with you. I'm not sure where they are, whether they're just left behind or... I'm not sure, but...
And I think by that point, before we got to stage 3, technically, a few of us had already been inflicted with a few boons and negs.
Noobs.
Yes, I know. Thank you. I guess. Yes, I learned I could turn into something, which Dorvan thought was a dragon. Hated by an extraplanarial being, amongst other things as well. He's also lucky, but I think that came a bit later on.
Yes, indeed.
And he became very talented all of a sudden. He got hit and was like, I know music. I just know what an octave is. I know
You had 2 rerolls from Lucky, didn't you? Did you use them?
I've not used any of them.
No, they remain. They're not from channel rewards. They are from in-game rewards, so they don't disappear at the end of the session. I think Johan had, or was it
Night.
Night.
Hang
So
on.
2 of you got the Lucky.
Yeah, I know
Roll.
Johan had something. He did have something, but I think I used it. I will find the sheet that I was writing on and get back to you.
It's very unusual that you both got the same one. If you both got the Lucky,
I
because
don't
it is
think
1 out of
Night got
100.
luck.
But
I think he just stinks.
he did get the stink. I do remember the Lucky thing coming up twice, though.
Oh, I do have one. I have one reroll for some reason.
Yeah, I think you got 2.
I had 2, and I've scribbled out 2 and now put 1. So I guess that means I have 1 left. I've used 1 and have 1 remaining. I don't know where it's from though. So if you want to take that from me, then I'll hate you. But
I remember because with the Eagles, you were debating whether to use Lucky or not that time, and you didn't.
Yeah. That wasn't a channel reward. That was from a chaos element.
Yeah,
something
you
still
like
have that. You still have one of them, definitely. Just 100%. I remember 2 of you rolling the same number.
Yes.
Getting the same thing, and it just happened to be that you were very lucky. So awesome stuff.
So anyway, to bring us back to the matter, we've been using magical items to jump through this storm in reality to try and reach the deck of many things, and the wielder of the deck of many things.
Each time the next jump will be the last.
Exactly. And our most recent jump led us to this flying vessel, manned by a figure unknown to our characters, but very well known to us as players, because
hopefully you viewers as well,
and a few viewers. Obsidian from the main game, an alternate reality of one of our characters from our current campaign has appeared as a captain of this vessel before we were set upon by I can't remember the name of them. What are they called?
They were Raptorans.
Raptorans, yes, and
they were a band of Raptorans who have been robbed.
Yes, of this
robbed
ship,
Raptorans.
Right? And they have big eagles as well. And we learned that, like everything else, we have been drawn to different power sources. This happens to be powered by a shard of the famed legendary hover crystal from the Empirical, the ancient floating city that once long ago fell.
Don't know what could have happened to it that made it fall. Not sure.
I want to try and repeat history and have a monk be responsible for it, but we will see.
One member of this party needs to hang their head in shame that the Empirical fell. Thank you. Well done. And we will move on.
And not only did the Empirical fall, but there was a brilliantly orchestrated moment from Rob as the DM for that, which then led to the final boss actually being a PvP between me and Matt. And
it was actually one of the best done PvPs in D&D I've experienced. I have experienced a few, and that one worked
honestly,
really well.
If you had beat me on initiative, you would have had that. It's only because I beat you on the initiative.
It is something that I think I have spoken about on the channel, but I think one day we should maybe do like a retrospective on some of the older games as a group. I think, because I think it'll be better to come from all of us. But that being said.
That being said, that is at least a little explanation to the reference that's being referenced here, with the crystal shard powering the ship, or at least keeping the ship up in the air. The wind is powering the ship. But last time we left it mid-combat, because it was gone midnight, and it was all getting a bit much. So mid-combat, we are now back at the top of the round. And as you can see, Johan over here has been picked up by a giant eagle. And is he thinks soon to be dropped. Night has ran to the back of the ship to see what he can do with the crystal shard, which is inside of its casing, hovering the ship. And Dorvan is still partway through combat with 2 of these demons. And now if we go back, let me just ensure that we actually have some music as well. Let's.
Whilst you're doing that, Matt, I'll
pick
point out
those
that my good pal Jordan has jumped into the chat and awarded each of us a boon by spending boons. You can do this simply by watching the stream. You earn bones, spend them on boons to add to the chaos or help us players. So thank you, Jordan. We're definitely going to need those D4 to help with our rolls. As
fantastic.
Johan
I hadn't seen that.
is screaming, he has lost all composure. Like he's just like screeching at this animal to unhand him. Very poor choice of words, as the Joker may say, but that's what he's doing.
Yeah. Excellent stuff. Yeah, thank you very much, Jordan. Jordiggity. Very good. A nice name. So we're back at the top of the round, and as I was doing before, we're not rolling necessarily individual attacks for pirates unless they're interacting with the players specifically. What we're doing is sort of percentage-based combat between the two factions that are fighting, which is being influenced either way by the players' actions to influence the outcome. And okay, so the pirates fight back nobly. We're at a little bit of a stalemate at the moment. As the guys are off the side, so we'll have one pirate get back onto the... And the other one will move over to this one. They fire some shots, but it is in a little bit of a stalemate. That is about it at the moment that they can do. And then we move on to the two demons. I'm so glad that we're jumping straight back into it with you, Dorvan.
However,
you have leveled up. I should have pointed this out, guys. We don't normally do it mid-combat, but as I said to the guys earlier, it wasn't their fault that we stopped partway through combat, and they shouldn't be denied a level up for that. So they have leveled up. So hopefully Dorvan is slightly better off here.
Yes.
But two demons are both going to get a full round of attacks on you. So what is your armor class?
22.
22. So first one lands one hit of the two. Second one misses both. That's frustrating. Okay, so you take... Remembering, of course, they are slightly weakened by the lack of their third, as they strengthen each other on the battlefield. So you will take... Oh, okay. Take 4 points of piercing damage from these kind of sharp, barbed, almost spider legs coming at you. Please roll a D100!
54. Why does that sound familiar? 60.
More
Let's
luck,
get 60
more
last
luck.
time.
54. Oh, wow! Your next hit is supercharged. If you land the hit, you still have to land it. The hit will automatically do critical damage. If you miss the hit, the damage will instead be automatically reflected back on you.
Oh no.
Wait,
Critical damage with.
Critical them or critical me?
So basically, if you hit on your next hit, it does auto-critical damage. If you miss on your next hit, you auto-critical yourself.
We're just doing damage here, we're not doing the table.
Just damage, not the table. Just specific, especially for on this, just damage. But yes, you have a supercharged hit. So basically, this thing strikes you, and you feel this kind of chaos energy go through you and into your weapon, which lights up in your hand, charged with chaos energy, and it is not your turn just yet, as...
No! He's
Oh
gone.
no. He's coming back. Hold on.
He's back.
Press
It
back.
totally
didn't
did.
you?
That stupid button on the mouse that you can click that just...
So unnecessary, isn't it?
It's really annoying. Okay, I have returned. The Raptorans are actually going to not move towards the ship, I don't think, because why would they? They're going to just hover around over the sides. Actually, thinking about it, let me just double check. This is the thing I was keeping track of. No, they can. They will at some point have to land. They can't fly forever, as I said. But We already did the thing. So they fire some shots and some damage is taken. You guys aren't paying a massive amount of attention to what's happening between the pirates and the Raptorans, but definitely they are exchanging barbs, but they are in a little bit of a stalemate. No players from either side go down, but the Raptorans and the Giant Eagles go on the same turn. So this guy soars in this direction and is going to attempt to drop him. He will be allowed a chance to cling on. He does not. This pirate is flung in that direction as the eagle kind of almost does a backflip and flings him forward, does a spin in the air, puts its wings back out, and is almost immediately facing back the other direction to swoop back towards the ship. This guy falls just thousands of feet beneath. He's just absolutely plummeting, and is almost certainly defeated. The other eagle is going to fly a little further away from the ship, I'm afraid, as it is his turn, and attempt to drop you, Johan. Johan, can you give me a grapple check to see if you can break out of the grapple?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, let's see.
I'll tell you what, I'll tell you what you need.
Yeah.
And then you see if you can beat it. That's going to be easier.
Okay.
That was at least
my grapple has gone up once. One, because of my level. Are we saying we have to declare that we're using the boon before the roll? I think that's fair, right?
Yes, I think that's
so I will be doing that, but I'm doing it on the roller, so I will roll it anyway.
Is that music slightly
better? Yeah, it was only just a tiny bit just for the levels, mate. That's perfect. Absolutely perfect.
No, absolutely, that's
okay.
Fine. Okay. So you have to beat, I did not roll very well, a 16.
15 plus 16. No, I don't beat it.
Oh my god! Remember, you do have a reroll if you'd like to use it. You have lucky, you can use that reroll.
It's probably better to reroll the d4, right? Oh no, it has to be a d20 roll, doesn't it?
It has to be the d20. Yeah. Do you know, I'll allow you...
No. I'll have it. Oh no, because the d20 roll's good. No, we did say it had to be the d20 roll. So.
D20 roll's good, but the d20 roll isn't amazing. It's only a 7. You can do a lot better. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
8 or more, that's all you need. 8 or
Believe
more.
in you. Believe in you.
Yes! The fates! The fates!
So, for now, the eagle tries to drop you, but you cling to its feathers underneath. Well, I mean, what do you do, actually? You can't necessarily turn it at the moment. That has to happen on your turn, but it is unable to drop you. So how do you stop it dropping you?
It's literally because Johan, out the corner of his eye, sees what the other eagle does, which is that, like, it's become like their signature move. They do, like, a backflip, which lets them just, like, throw their foe forward. He goes to do that to Johan, and Johan says, "You shan't be rid of me so easily," and just clings on to one of its talons, and you could just hear like a crunch as like his knuckles like crack. He's gripping that hard onto the eagle, onto its leg as he reverses that grapple, hopefully, or at least begins to.
Right, well, that's on your turn. You may be able to attempt to turn it around, steer it back to the ship. We'll see how you get on. But for now, amazing. That could have been the end. That really could have been. I feel like we grabbed at straws a few times as well with the rolls, but we definitely did it.
We did it.
Next up is Dorvoon.
Yes. Blessed bronze boon upon us, I feel restored. My avatar gives me strength. He leveled up. And he looks at his weapon, he's like...
I love him so much.
The bronze ones truly smile upon me. Have at you, you evil! And just attempts to hit the thing in front of him, not once, but twice.
Okie dokie.
So let's see. That's a 1d10. That's
Gotta get a hit, man.
Does 20 hit?
A 20 does hit. Well done.
Critical. And then my
Excellent
second
work.
attack is actually
It's a legit one. Please roll to confirm.
23.
Is a critical.
Yes.
That's 2 critical hits.
Nice.
God.
So that's...
My gosh. So,
Are we just doing damage or are we doing the table?
we are just doing damage. I feel like another table might be a bit much to add to this.
So that's essentially 4 hits, which is quite nice. 27 points of damage as he's like, you will be crushed beneath my dragons.
Was that the blue or the red you were going for?
Blue, the one in front of me.
The blue. How do you insta-kill the blue?
Oh, I mean, the weapon is guided at first, and he just brings it down. Just splitting its head, or whatever was there. Dorvan doesn't have much in the way of like finesse here, so his arm essentially does a windmill and just goes again. He takes the head off.
Winds it up.
He goes for another one. And this time, as he does, he takes a baby step forward to then go back into the body, and then just
I mean, Boone plus legit hit as well. That was epic, man. Annihilated him. And as you do this, you see once again the same thing occurs where this one on the battlefield is able. It kind of shivers and its flame kind of withers slightly and it's weakened by itself, which means it is now at its weakest on the battlefield. Very nice move, Dorvan. That's a full round of attack you took, isn't it? So you can't move now as well, which means Johan
begins screaming like an animal cornered in a cage as loudly as he can, like trying to do anything to put the beast off its honed instincts. He's just got to try and beat it on a grapple, right? To try and
got to beat it on a grapple,
razzle it,
and then basically you will be in some element of control of it at that point. So we'll go once again. Okay.
15.
Unfortunately, that does not beat its grapple this time.
I now, however, have 2 attacks.
Okay.
So I get another grapple attack. A grapple attempt, right?
You certainly can, actually. Yeah, you can.
Yeah. So it is. So it is instead. It's.
Okay.
Obviously
it's easier.
But it's a lower. I get a lower bonus because it's the second of my base attacks. 14.
It is easier, but it's not that much easier, I'm afraid.
No.
Again, you are unable to defeat the grapple, so you are clinging to this thing. It's tried to drop you, and you have tried to grab onto its wings to redirect it. And this fight's just like, it is an absolute, like, frenzy going on. Because I think the giant eagle's also screeching and flapping to try and get you off. To get you off. Just absolute anarchy is going on over here. And yeah, let's see what happens. Okay, so Johan, you do not manage to escape this time, but you're still going. Night, we move to you.
Night would like to move to the ship's wheel.
That is a very good shout, my friend. This is going to be a little bit difficult to... Yeah. Right. It just will involve moving.
You could select everything else and move it.
Yeah, that's basically what I'll be doing. Essentially, flying the ship is going to be a. It's going to be a save. Not a save.
Profession sailing.
So it is kind of, it's sort of sailing. I'm just going to put it as a dexterity. Just dexterity as opposed to a skill check. So
straight dexterity.
Just straight dexterity. Because It's not like you can fail necessarily. It's just how accurate you can be with where you place it. You tell me if you want to speed it up or slow it down. Speeding it up, slowing it down is essentially just pushing and pulling the wheel, which kind of moves forward and back and turns. It's kind of a whole thing. So
I would
give me
like to
straight dexterity, and we'll see how accurate you can be with it. Tell me where you want to sort of place the ship.
I want to get after Johan. I want to get underneath Johan, basically.
I had hoped you would say that.
I'm going to turn away from Johan.
Goodbye.
Oh, that's a critical success. Only it's not that because it's a skill, but still. 23. Night goes, yo ho, pirates life for me.
So this is going to mess everything up because they're all above you and they're all up in the air, and I'm aware what's happened here is, and I'm moving the other eagle, which I didn't want to do. Hang on a second. And you've left a bunch of these behind as well, which is kind of, it's pretty useful for the pirates. It's sort of all over here. And then these guys have moved off the map, basically. I've accidentally... Oh, no. No. I saved him. It's all good. Right. So, with that roll, you have indeed moved the ship so that it is underneath Johan.
Excellent.
Absolutely beautiful. But what you've also done is sped the ship up somewhat in order to have that happen. So stability might start becoming an issue on the next round, which happens now. So we're going to do a group one as the ship has done this. So...
Yes, because he probably has gone from that to like a...
So the pirates on the things, these guys, both fall over and are both now prone. I wish that the logos were a bit simpler, you know, like... I'm just going to give them both snails to say they're prone, because I don't know what else we've got, so we'll say they're both prone. Dorvan, can you give me a reflex or a balance check, please?
Oh, actually, can I give you a balance check?
Night, you won't have to, because you are holding on to the thing and you're the one that did it, so it's like you're kind of prepared for it as you're moving the ship, I think.
Can I argue something here? Dwarven stability gives me a +4 to things like trip and what have you.
Yes.
Would you mind if I essentially do a stability roll?
No, I think that's fair. The ship is essentially just moving from under you and you're trying to avoid being tripped, so it does make sense.
Dwarven stability, and Dwarven's magic armor is called anchoring, which means it further boosts. So I'm basically just like a statue, which means I get
literally anchoring.
Super stable.
I love it.
Ooh, but a 2 on the roll, that's 11, that's
bad.
bad.
Oh, it doesn't go very well. Unfortunately, you still fall prone. You're like, I will not...
I will
just fall straight over and land. You're not prone. Because of the way the ship has gone, you've sort of... And it's sort of slowed again under him, and you've just sat down. So you're sat up, but you're sat on your bum. Excellent work. Superbly done, Night as well, with the natural 20 on the ship controls. So it is now this demon's turn. No, it wasn't. Hang on a second. No, I do apologize. Oh dear. So these guys have been sort of moved away, which has saved this guy over here. But as this has all happened, some shots have been fired, and this lovely lady over here bites the dust. A few arrows from foot bows come flying towards her, and she sort of falls and hits the deck and is just peppered with arrows. As there's really only one pirate left on the ship. This poor so-and-so over here. I'm thinking it's looking very bad for the pirates. It is now this demon's turn. This demon is going to just attempt a full round on you, Dorvan. You are prone, so it is -4 to your armor class.
18 then.
So one attack Rolled a 3. That is a miss. Second attack. Rolled a 17. That is a hit. So you take 1 hit at a significantly less. So you take 3 points of piercing damage. Roll a D100 for me, please.
Oh,
a 2. A 2. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. I was reading wrong. I was reading 3. Interesting. You gain true seeing for 1 minute. Not sure that's going to do you any good at all. Sometimes they're not useful. Situational. Very situational.
I see things for what they are.
Had it been a 3, that would have been so much fun. Next time, roll a 3.
Roll a 3.
Roll a damn 3. Okay, so the demon had its go. The Raptorans have been sort of left behind a little bit, struggling to keep up with the ship. So they're going to move slightly further back, but not too far back, of course, because they can fly at an average speed. But they are getting towards the point where they need to land sort of soon. There are 2 Raptorans here and here that are now directly above the ship and are whizzing past you. Because the ship is moving underneath them and they're whizzing past you and they weren't expecting to take shots, I'm going to give them a neg on their attacks. But this one is going to attempt to fire a footbow at Dorvan, and this one is going to attempt to fire his footbow at Night at the helm. So, Dorvan, your armor class is 18, you said? Okay, so the footbow fires... misses completely, as he is just... he's not knowing what's going on, and the ship's just pulled up underneath him. He's kind of trying to dodge like beams and things from sails. And the other one, Night, what is your armor class, please?
18.
Also 18. Also a miss. They both miss completely as an arrow just whizzes past your head. And yeah, they're just sort of taken by surprise by the ship being so sort of artfully maneuvered underneath them. Dorvan, it is now your turn.
He stands up.
Up thou get.
Which will provoke
this guy. This guy is up in the air above you, firing a bow, so he can't. But the demon can and will. Armor class is
22 because I'm not on the floor now. Well, unless you want to say I'm still prone.
I think it still counts as prone, doesn't it? If it's an attack opportunity, so it's 18. So it is a hit. And you take 5. That is 1 off maximum damage, and another D100, please.
Let's see if I roll your 3.
Maximum damage.
Roll me a 3. Oh my god, you rolled me a 3.
He actually did. Out of a D100, he actually rolled a 3, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Both them rolls. Oh my god, he actually rolled a 3.
Dorvan, you have to bear in mind, this is one of those ones that's quite extreme and permanent. Okay,
boy.
Here we go. You grow 1 extra arm with clawed fingers. Which provides 1 extra attack per round, but makes your armor bonus drop by 2 points because your armor no longer fits you properly.
There's an arm trapped in your armor.
It's just come out underneath. It does 1d6 plus your strength in damage because it is clawed. But you now have an extra arm.
Amazing.
He's a mutant.
He's a freak.
It's a proper Fallout. It's like that image of the arm coming out.
Obviously, in future, you can change your armor. You can have your armor amended to fit so that your extra arm, and it can wield weapons. It functions as a normal arm. It's just that it has claws and it looks.
I'm guessing
kind of gnarly.
I
imagine it looks a bit like the arm of the Chaos Demon, so it's kind of slightly mottled and red. And
I imagine I could only use that as part of a full attack.
Yes.
Yeah. So, right. Okay.
It's okay, Dorvan. You can still contribute to society.
The extra arm can be wherever you want it to be. It could grow out the top of your head if you wanted it to. It's up to you. Where do you want it?
The top of your head.
Have it grow
It's going
out.
to come from the groin.
Or out the back of your neck like a crane, like this.
Over the shoulder.
Over there. Oh my god.
It could just come out of his bum like a tail.
Or there is a creature in the book, isn't there? There's a type of giant that has an arm grow out the middle of its chest.
Yeah, I
can't remember
think
what it's called, but I know
like
there is
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's that thing. That's what I said. There's a thing in Fallout
I
where
know what
if
it
you have
is.
a mutation in Fallout, the symbol is of a guy, and he's just a normal guy, but he's got just an arm coming out of his chest, which is
No. Dorvan, as he's standing up at this, because that was just an attack of opportunity. Dorvan is standing up.
It's your turn as this
He
thing
is being punctured, and then his armor explodes out of his back. And Dorvan, for a second, thinks, "This is it. Ascension.
Wings.
I have my wings." And he looks, and it's just another arm there going. And he tries to flap the hand, and he's just like, "Well, this isn't right." And Dorvan, for a moment, is just thinking, "What can I do with this?" And then
oh my
panically
god.
just will hit the Chaos Demon for one attack.
Okay.
So that is
Do it.
20 to hit.
That is definitely a hit.
As his promise of wings, which he would get at a higher level, has betrayed him. Max.
It's gonna look even crazier when that happens.
10 points of damage. Yeah, you take a big chunk out of it in vengeance for this, whatever this is erupting from you, the damage you've taken. It's still, I mean, it kind of flattens its legs for a second and then just sort of gets up and comes back at you. But it's a palpable hit to its carapace. I don't know. Its body.
Body.
Dorvan, that is your turn. Eventful.
Extra.
I'm not going to tell you what to roll on the D100 again because that was creepy. Johan, I actually didn't allow this thing a turn on its go.
Oh yeah, do it now. Do it now.
Well, so the ship is moving and it is moving, so I'm going to give it an opportunity
To move away again.
right, to move essentially away from the ship.
Yes,
And it
yes.
is slightly ahead of the ship again. But not by far. Not by far, because the ship is now moving forward. It is moving forward. It isn't able to move particularly far away from the ship. It is its turn. It is, of course, going to try and do the thing where it flips back and just throws you ahead. So, give us a grapple. See what you got.
Okay, it's the same as before.
Okay.
At least I keep looking at it, hoping that it's changed in the time since I last rolled it, but it hasn't. It's just this. Be good. What is it with me rolling 15 today? 15.
I'm afraid 15 is not quite enough.
That's fine. Oh.
Do you have anything else?
Oh, yeah, I have another... Oh, do I get to use both of my grapples in opposition?
In defense. I'm not sure that you do.
No,
I
it's
think
only
against
only
his attacks.
against what he
And he's
does.
only doing
Yeah,
the one.
and he's done the one. So no, that's that.
Yeah,
That's that.
that is that.
That's all right. No, don't worry. If it's
Well,
going to
no,
happen.
because he moved on his turn. He didn't do it
No.
on his turn. I'm getting the turns confused. That was your turn. So actually, that was your first of two grapples because it's your turn, not his.
Oh, sorry. I thought you didn't give
We
him
were
a
after
turn.
Dorvan.
I thought you said you forgot his turn.
No,
That's
I
why I
did.
said you
But
should do his
turn was
turn.
spent putting extra effort into trying to outfly the ship that was
Oh.
chasing up behind him.
Well, okay, if you insist.
So you are allowed another grapple because this is your turn, not his. He just
Okay,
moved.
well, the other grapple, like I mentioned, is at the lower rate because it's my secondary base attack, so less on the bonus. I have a cap today.
God.
I can't roll higher than a 15, which I'm sure is probably a strength modifier.
You have actually not managed to beat his grapple on either of those, I'm afraid. But
No, that's
Again,
fine.
he's still got
That's
you,
fine.
but it is his turn definitely next. I will not forget this time. He is far enough forward to actually do the throw this time, so yeah.
Let's do it.
Unfortunately, Johan, you are unable to release yourself or guide him back to the ship or slow him down. Night Knight, it is your turn. On Night Knight's turn, we move the ship.
Yeah.
Anything that is not on the ship is going to move. So that guy is going to... I didn't mean to do that. He's going to move. Hang on, give me 1 second, because it's going to be easier to do that. Right. Move to here. Move to here. And these guys are giving it all they can to try and keep up with the ship.
Bye.
But are genuinely struggling. The ship can actually fly faster than they can because you've upped its speed. Upping its speed, I believe, by dropping it slightly. It's slightly angled down
using
now.
gravity.
So, yeah, I mean, that's how you increase the speed of this bad boy, for sure. But that's kind of it, really. You've just straight lined it and it's going, so you can now act. It is still your turn.
Can I take a shot? Is that?
Yeah.
I want to try and shoot the eagle that's holding Johan to bring it down on the actual ship. If that's doable.
For sure, absolutely.
How far away is it?
It's about maybe 10 feet above you. It's about 10 feet off the deck of the ship. It hadn't gained a lot of height. It had just flown off the side. And it is, yes, I mean, it's basically exactly where it is, but about 10 feet up.
Great, so it's point blank.
It is point blank. I'm trying to sort of think.
I guess it probably does know I'm there, though.
It's flying away from you. I'm going to give you a hide check because you've basically sped up behind it from behind. So if you're just sort of popping up because you're so small from behind the wheel, I'm going to give it the opportunity to spot you, but you might get a sneak attack. I mean, they have very good eyes.
Okay.
So maybe.
Famously.
Yeah, its
Incredibly
spot
good
is
hide.
actually plus. Its spot is plus 15, which is one of the highest skill checks you see on monsters. And that's plus 10, so that's 25.
Still
So
have to be incredibly well.
It did incredibly well for a creature, but not well enough. It does not spot you. As basically the ship has come up behind it. There's sails and stuff heading towards it. This creature is intelligent enough to know that it needs to dodge out of the way of the ship and wants to get clear. So it's trying its hardest to fly away. It just doesn't see you. You pop up behind. Go nuts. You have it.
I'm assuming you only get one shot if I'm taking the hide action as a thing. 19 to hit on its...
That is the hit.
Flappered. Sweet. So... 28 points of damage.
This guy hadn't taken any damage. How does your single shot take it?
I think Night Knight is aiming for the wing, the left wing, to try and get it to tilt and smash into the ground, but he sort of overdoes it. It goes through the shoulder of the bird into its neck, and then it just absolutely stacks it straight into the deck of the ship, snaps its neck. Yeah, tumbling. It's fucked.
Absolutely stunning. That is beautiful. Giant eagles all have 26 hit points, cleared it by 2. Incredible stuff.
Oh, nice.
This thing was flying like giving it some. The eagles actually can outfly the ship, but only just. But it doesn't manage it, and in its attempt to outrun the ship, you just get a cracking shot on it. However, as it lands, the speeds that everything is going it's not pleasant for those hitting the deck. Johan, can you please attempt a tumble check if you have tumble or a reflex, if you'd like, whichever you prefer, to negate some of the damage as you land.
To be honest with you, tumble is better than reflex, so I will go tumble. My tumble is impeccable. That being said, my rolls today. 32.
Yeah. Okay.
I roll a 15 on the die, to be clear.
15. You and your 15s, your lucky number.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hit the deck and you roll with the bird, and the bird kind of rolls into the stairs at the back here and crumples up against them, and as its wings unfurl, you're just kind of on the floor in a stance as you've landed without taking any damage, because that roll was so good. And yeah, you are back on the ship. Night has just come and swept you up on this ship. Epic stuff, epic.
Night shouts over, "Yo-ho, Yan-Han, yo-ho!"
Johan will look at him with wide eyes.
Incredible.
Gordon will give you a wave from his extra arm.
Oh my god!
I like to think it's the same wave that bear gives in that viral video where he goes.
So we're gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This guy, we'll just do double movement. He's starting to run over this way, and he'll yell over to Night. "What do you think you're doing? Get off the controls!" And looks like he's going to try and sort of
now.
wrest the controls from you, but he can't do anything because he's done double movement. So that is the pirates. But in fact, no, they won't be able to take any shots because they're all back there struggling to keep up. You are sort of outrunning them, but not the eagles. So we'll see on their turn. For now, you're relatively safe. It is now this demon's turn. It's taken a chunk of damage.
One more arm. Goro it, full Goro.
Get his wings.
Yeah. So this demon, as we remember last time, he's kind of floating above the ground now. He was gifted the ability to fly by one of our gentle viewers. And we'll go for just a full round of attack on Dorvin, who is just taking the brunt of the chaos at the moment with every hit.
My armor is broken somewhat.
Yeah. So 20 armor class, that is a miss. And that is a miss. Okay, so this thing tries to strike at you twice, but it is significantly weakened. Clearly, it's not as tough as it was, not as moving as fast as it was. It swipes these arms out of the air, and you just brush them aside, no problem at all. Ready to retort. The Raptorans are flying as fast as they can, but they're just sort of dragging back. So they're now off the map, almost off the map, almost off the map. We're just leaving the Raptorans behind. The Eagles, however, are gaining ever so slightly. Turning, coming back. But that's about all that can happen. That Eagle there is, of course, dead, which I didn't mark, but I will, just so that we remember. Skadoosh. It is now Dorvan's turn.
I mean, Dorvan's busy trying to fight this thing and also thinking, what the hell is he going to do with it? Not quite. He was expecting at least a wing, and now has my avatar betrayed me? The Great Bronze Denial.
The Great Bronze Denial. I love that.
Just going to throw this out there, Mike, not Dorvan, Mike. Head lump. Mm-hmm. Remember.
I remember.
As you were.
Yes. So I can't actually use an extra weapon in that because that would be multi-weapon fighting, which I don't have. So I'll leave it as a sort of slap.
Slap.
scratch.
This is my challenge you to a duel arm.
It certainly had
Keeps it on
claws, so I
spamming
think
hand.
I think if you have claws, you naturally get lethality to the attack rather than it being non-lethal.
You do, yeah. If you have the
I
claws,
just
it
can't
is a
wield
clawed
a
attack.
weapon
You don't need the
without the
Yeah,
feet.
yeah, but at least you can do lethal damage with it. That's something,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Yes. So I am just going to go for a full attack against this.
Bring it on!
So
He has taken a chunk of damage, and he is weakened anyway, so...
nice. First hit with the dragon mace. 14.
14 is a hit.
Of course, weaker.
Much weaker, yeah, on his own. He's at his weakest.
22.
It is definitely a hit.
And then the slam, scratch, claw.
The claw attack, yeah, it's slashing damage.
27.
It's definitely a hit, Jesus.
Crikey. The extra arm is angry.
17 points of damage as I batter it with the mace, and then this arm just appears from under his cloak and just goes.
17 points of damage. Yeah, you batter the hell out of it, and in fact, you do finish it off. What does it look like as you, this time, with the last attack as well being the arm? I feel like, how do you do it?
Okay, let's maintain the kind of the wind-up maneuvers here. Dwarven goes, he whacks, he goes again for a whack, and as he does, he brings his arm up for a third one, chucks the mace into the air, the other arm goes grab, and then whacks it down.
Oh, epic! Yeah, incredible. You swat it out of the air and slam it into the deck of the ship.
I just like Dwarven's got no grace about this. It's just one big drop. That's all.
Yeah, absolutely. It just brings it, just splat out of the air. I think you probably go through it because it took a chunk of damage, so you've probably damaged the deck of the ship a little bit as well through its body. And once again,
Dwarven is bent over double to do it because the
I drove
arms
the
have to come
hammer
from
through the demon.
excellent work. And that is all of the demons. And there is only one pirate left. And actually, as this happens, as Dorvan takes out the final demon, Night Knight, I think, has the compass, the artisan's compass. You notice that the artisan compass sounds like the sort of spinning gizmos inside of it are powering up slightly, like they're free to move, because you are pretty close to the artifact in question. You're just not in contact with it. But that is the end of Dorvan's turn. Johan,
and friends. He is aware that he does owe his life to Night Knight. He is a very proud entity, if that has not been made apparent already. But it is a bitter taste that he feels as he looks and sees that this pirate is trying to like manhandle Night Knight at the wheel, and a sudden rage like burns hot within him, and he gives a startling yell as he attempts to bull rush the man over the edge. He can do this by initiating a charge, which I do have the room to do. It does provoke an attack of opportunity because
well, yeah, I mean, he'll take it to try and save his life.
Yeah, definitely. But if I succeed, I can put him over that edge. My armor class is, let me bring up my character sheet. It is 22.
So what he does is he's got a rapier, and he attempts to kind of bring it up and point it between you and him, and you literally just aside, and he has no chance with the rapier. Yeah, he doesn't get the attack of opportunity at all.
Okay, it's now an opposed strength check, but I get a bonus of plus 4 to that.
Okay,
Plus
so
2
just
because
strength,
I'm
right?
charging, and plus 2 just because of my strength.
You got to beat an 8.
Yeah, so I've got to beat an 8.
An 8. He is not there, not from.
For every 5 points you beat, what's an extra 5 feet, I remember.
Yeah, for every 5, it's another 5, but I don't think that's enough to put him over the edge.
I'm not sure that it is. I think it pushes him back.
Because I beat him,
you
it's
had an extra
5.
plus 4.
Yeah, that I have, yeah. 2 because I charged, 2 for my strength.
It's a 5-foot push.
Right, so the 6 is your roll. What's your strength?
+2.
+2. So that's 2, and then 2 because you charge, so that's 4, and then plus... Oh, I thought you had the advanced feet.
It's
okay,
just
right,
no,
so,
I don't. No. So
yeah, you push him 5 feet back.
I just slam him against the side.
Slam him against the thing, and put your arm against him, and you're dangling him over the edge. He doesn't quite go over the edge, but you are dangling him over the edge. Oh my god!
Like he
he looks at you just wide-eyed terror. There's none of this day. And also, as I said before, all the pirates are all a little drunk. I mean, he's sobered up, but he's still not just all taken by surprise as this whole thing has gone down. And you managed to get him over the edge, but beautifully done because you have him sort of pinned against over the side of the ship. Night. It is your turn. And again, as this the equals, but all of the Raptorans are now basically lagging behind. There's no way they can catch you.
I guess it's time to go, I guess. Night will take out the artisan's compass and head over to the crystal that we can reach. Empirical
Sure.
crystal.
Okay. So he heads over to the artisan's compass. And the crystal is accessible to you. But you have to possess it. Removing it, of course, is going to cause some problems, but it will power up the device.
Oh well.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take it out. Fuck it.
Excellent. Nice. Very nice, of course. The whole world moves. Wrong. No, that's not what happens. So, you remove the thing, and as you do so, the ship just immediately starts to down and gain speed quite significantly. But you also see ahead of you a portal opens in the air. It is somewhat beneath you, and it is ahead of you. And now it's just a case of steering the ship through it, which is now moving at great speed. So as you have started to tip forward, everybody give me a balance or a reflex to see.
We can choose balance or reflex.
Yes, you can.
13.
My balance is the same as my reflex, I believe, actually. So
Again, Dorvan thinks he's being stable, but might just plank it to the floor.
Okay, Johan, depending on how well you roll here, you have options.
it's a natural 20.
Night.
Call me Captain Jack Sparrow.
Yes. So Night has it, and he puts the two things together. He puts the compass and the crystal together. And actually, it's really weird. As you're holding the crystal, you feel your feet start to sort of lift from the floor slightly as you're slightly lifted. You feel yourself sort of levitating ever so slightly. But you just remain standing, and just the wind is blowing against you. Dorvan sits down on his bum again. Oh, amazing. Johan, you do so well that
I've got to apologise. I thought that 20 was me. It wasn't. We rolled at the same time, but I got 29.
You still got 29.
Yeah.
It's still epic. The pirate
basically
fails miserably his roll. So if you wish to, you can capitalise on this with opposed strength, to see if you can just over the edge.
He says, as you're like bellowing over the wet breeze, he shouts, you are the last member of the crew on this ship. That makes you the captain. You should go down with the ship. But we are not traditionalists here. And he's going to try and hoist him over the edge. Oh, God. Right, so the same again. Oh no, it's just opposed strength now, isn't it?
It is opposed strength. You got to beat an 11.
18.
And he does easily.
As he goes over the side, and then immediately rushes backwards and down.
He does that thing where he grabs someone's leg, like you see in wrestling sometimes when they're against the ropes. You grab the leg and then hoist them over like that, like he just rolls over the edge and like goes through a sail as like he gets like thrown off the edge.
I think Night sees this and like he's got a sort of tricorn hat anyway, and with the wind blowing, he has to grab it and he just places it to his chest in a sort of Godspeed.
Amazing. So yeah, at this point, the ship has started to dip. You guys are all clinging on for dear life. Dorvan's just sort of sat now. Just taking it in. As everything's kind of...
This is where I'll stay.
The eagles that were just keeping pace with the ship quite well have now started to sort of... They're above you and behind you and are drifting off into the clouds. As you come down below cloud level, you can see the ocean beneath. It's quite choppy. And it's a fair old distance, but you can see that you're losing speed, losing altitude, and the giant sails on the sides of the ship start to sort of crack under the pressure from the wings as the speed just picks up, and you see this this immense portal just rushing towards you as you head towards it like a dart. And it just envelops the ship. And you are just enveloped into sort of almost darkness, just blackness, which just whizzes past you. And there's this swirling vortex of energy again. You see the ship, this time, actually in the vortex with you, but sort of toppling over itself, no longer sort of directed like a ship. It's just a wreckage just flying through the vortex. Bodies of pirates drifting everywhere. And you once again see a sort of floor beneath you, coming up beneath you, and it soars towards you, and you find yourselves landing with, again, a fair thud on the floor. I'm hoping that you have vision, the three of you.
This is loading.
Just like me.
Somewhere.
I have a black screen.
It's dark everywhere. Yes, it's just all dark.
Hang on a second, that's not right.
Oh, I see.
It
I'm not sure
sounded
why
good.
it's dark. Hang on, so who have we... Oh, I haven't given you... Give me 1 second, sorry guys. So we've got Dorvan.
There we go.
This is Johan. This is Night. Yeah, so you find yourselves on a polished stone floor. And this place feels cool, quiet, not entirely unpleasant. And I can't find the exact music that I was after for it, but we're going to call a short break there anyway. I realise that it's a tiny bit early for a break, but feel like it's a good place for where we are, having finished that combat. So we're going to take 5 so everyone can have a quick wee. But yeah, so you feel like you've entered what looks like... can everybody see now? Can you see?
I can't, but we'll be able to solve that in a moment.
I've definitely given you...
I'm sure you have, but like I might not be on the right side.
I might
of the
not have
screen.
given you...
I might not be looking
given
at the
you
right
some-
side of the screen, you see, so...
It's right in the middle, Rob.
Yeah.
It is? Okay, then I probably can't see.
Just
then in that
make
case.
sure
You're blind.
everyone can see. Everyone's got vision turned on.
No, I'm pretty sure I can't. But that's okay, we can solve that in the break.
Okie dokie, yeah, we can. So, again, thanks ever so much for joining us, guys. We have escaped the triumphant cockatrice, which the ship itself was pulled into the vortex. Who knows what will happen there? And our players are now in some sort of building. Nice, quiet building. How very pleasant. We shall see what happens. We will return to you in 5. See you soon.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Oh, so fine.
Ooh.
Well, what a first half, first third, I guess, as we finished a little early, but well done, guys. You survived, and everything was a bit chaotic and bonkers, which is what we're going for. And you have landed out of this vortex, and probably, I would imagine, as you've landed, a few shards of wood from the ship, which is bringing it behind you, sort of clatter to the floor next to you, falling through the portal around you. And you find yourself in what appears to be a home. You're in the lobby of a home. As you look up, you can see that there is a banister. There's clearly an upstairs layer to this place. There's doors, and you can hear a gentle piano playing in one of the rooms yonder, and perhaps a mild chatter, a little chatter from one of the other rooms of guests chatting, and it's all very calm as you have appeared in this lovely, calm home. And yeah, you can see what you can see ahead of you.
What a welcoming little house.
Where is that music coming from? Dwarven's third arm pointing.
I must say that music is rather welcoming. It's almost as if it would be played for some festive occasion.
There's a door behind me. It's locked.
Can I sneak forward to have a little look around the corners and things?
Yeah, move as you wish. Go ahead, look around.
I was thinking quietly, though.
Quietly, absolutely. So, give me a hide check, or give me a move silently. Actually, is probably for the best at this point.
Of course, I will do that for you. 33.
Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, you soft pad foot on this polished stone floor, and you are
takes his
silent, impressively so.
Off.
So it's just his socks.
Yeah.
Excellent
Makes
stuff.
less noise. Sneaky business. Want to sneak over to here to the kitchen.
Okay. As you sneak over to here for the kitchen, can you give me a spot check?
I'd love to do a spot check. Vingt-et-un.
22. You look
22.
into this room, which, as you look into this room, it appears to be some sort of preparation room, perhaps some sort of galley. Looks like servants would probably gather in this room to prepare drinks and things. Excuse me, 1 second. The room appears bare, and everything inside is completely silent. But as you look for a second, your eyes adjust to sort of where you were outside before. It's dark lighting in here, and you see that there's a sort of, it's almost an optical illusion for a second, but a lady, an entirely see-through lady, seems to be preparing drinks at the table and stops and looks at you. And then immediately rushes through the wall and vanishes into a different room.
No, it just goes, nope, and walks away, like, reverses. Behind Orvin.
I like to think of her as very much the floating lady at the beginning of Ghostbusters, as you enter the room.
Dorvan's third arm pats Night on the head. It's all right. Whatever spooks
There is a ghost.
Johan will be staring at Dorvoon's new arm with, like, trepidation. And then, like, he will move forth in a quick pace, and he is going to grapple you, Dorvoon.
Okay.
and begin like a silent, desperate struggle in this new location. So he's going to try and get you touch armor class.
Question: would I get a bonus to grapple for having a third arm?
Oh,
I don't know.
I'll say
I
no.
genuinely don't know whether that's the rule, actually.
Touch armor class is 14.
It's not a thing I was expecting to happen. There's one effect on the random table, so I didn't research it much. The idea of a third arm.
Yes, he is going to initiate a grapple with his touch attack. His touch attack is that against your touch armor class. It's rolling, I'm assured.
Oh
15.
no, not this again. There are no animated tokens on this friggin' map, I swear to you.
Jaw Diggity.
Mine did
There
that.
we
There
go.
we
28.
go.
Well,
28 on your touch.
It touches me.
Yep. And then we razzle. Let's go. Opposed.
That's my...
What the hell is going on? Why are you razzling? You're not. Spill your boots. guys.
after 3.
I've already rolled, because it might take until next year to do it. 26.
Oh my god, it's exactly the same.
Well,
literally
That's a re-roll, isn't it?
Oh, okay.
I believe. Because it's only on initiative when you're working together, it's who's got the highest
I've
modifier,
re-rolled.
which actually you're both the same on modifier, so it is a re-roll.
Reroll exactly the same. 19.
Mine's still rolling.
Nat 20 from the owner.
oh,
So,
take him to the ground.
Johan basically sees hold of you, Dorman, and just begins wrestling you, and we silently are struggling in this corridor, and then suddenly Johan will push you away and say that I can still do this. I wish to
He's
test.
just trying to prove himself.
I wish to test my abilities, my dwarven comrade. You will forgive my my attempt upon you there.
If it is a spy you seek, then by the bronze ones, how we used to do it. Remove your armor. We shall strip to our torso. First to the floor and pinned for 3.
As you guys are wrestling around, there's kind of a almost a camera flash behind you as you see a familiar floating orbular pixie-like creature surrounded by light, and Yam appears in the sort of lobby in front of you.
You.
What on earth are you playing at? You're supposed to be doing something important.
Yeah, stripping to the waist.
Wrestling about.
Wrestling.
Where are we?
Where are you? Well, actually, you are sort of back where you started. I think we're getting very close. We're getting very close. You are in a building very close by the one that you started in, the museum. This is Brightly Manor, owned
Never
by
heard of it.
Lord Kenwell Brightly.
Never heard of him.
Kenwell Brightly, eh?
So
Why is there a ghost here?
the fact that you're back, at least here, sort of, means that I didn't know where you went. I haven't been able to keep track of you, but you're at least now within my range. I reckon we're close. We're close. Hopefully, only one more jump.
It may take us home.
It might.
Do you know what time of year it is, Pixie?
It's wintry season, I think, outside. I know that all is not right here. This place is empty, and this place was not known for being empty. Lord Brightly was known for being a what's the word? A drunkard, a party man, would have guests all the time. He was also a collector of antiques, art, all sorts of things like that, and a very avid hunter. But for some reason, this place is empty, and it just doesn't feel right.
We must explore this locale.
It's not empty.
No? Looks pretty empty to me.
There was a spooky lady in the kitchen.
Well, let's have a look.
That doesn't sound good.
Lady,
Listen,
what?
I know Lord Kenwell Brightly, and Lady Brightly live here. But as far as I'm aware, this is not... Something's gone wrong here. Something's been wrong here for some time. Your mission is still the same, but just be very, very careful here. I have a feeling this is the most dangerous place you have been so far.
Well, it sounds
while he's
very
talking,
welcoming.
can I try and unlock the door?
Which door are you unlocking? I can't see you. Oh, the one behind
directly
you?
behind. Yes.
You can, yeah, indeed.
There's nothing in here.
Look.
So I have open lock rather, not unlock. 28.
28. 28. So you fiddle with the lock, and there's kind of a click, and you manage to open the lock, but you open the door, and behind it there appears to be just more wall.
What?
What do you see, Night Knight?
Don't understand. Why would you put the door here?
It appears like whatever this exit was, no longer an exit.
Johan is going to have a quick peer around this corner.
Where is he? Peering around.
Yeah, he's just looking around the
this corner that you're stood at.
Yeah.
I mean, you see what you see.
Yeah.
Doesn't appear to be anything. You can just hear this sort of gentle, distant chatter and this nice, gentle music.
There is a staircase of some sort here, and another way that heads off in a different direction.
There is nothing in this
Can I
kitchen.
Peek around this corner. There's a spooky staircase.
There is another staircase. There is another door just down here as well.
I don't like it. Can I try and open this door?
Which one are you having a look at? Yeah, that one.
Next to
Sure.
the kitchen.
So the
Locked.
this door is indeed locked. Yeah.
Dorvan will rattle this door here. It's also locked.
Try to unlock this door. I'll try and pick the lock.
I love that there's no discernible pattern for searching or just wandering around in different directions.
This'll do.
23 on the open lock.
23.
If this is a wall, I'm going to be really pissed off.
23 is enough, and the door becomes unlocked. You may open it.
Oh dear.
Oh, good lord. because of
There is blood.
the
Worm's teeth.
You can see in this room exactly what you can see, but you are also aware that as you have opened the door, the music has got a little louder. The piano appears to be emitting music. The keys,
Nope.
the keys are pressing down, and there is music coming from the piano.
No, trees. Again. Nope.
Stay behind
Spooky.
us, little friend.
Is this a foot? Also in the kitchen, is that a foot?
This is
Yam kind of comes in and looks it over and says, "Yeah, that is a foot. Something horrible has gone on here, and I can assure you that this is not the way it was the last time I saw it. This place is different than what it's supposed to be. Your mission is the same, but I've got to carry on trying to guide you, so I can't hang about, I'm afraid. Perhaps try and find the master of the house. He might have some idea of what's going on."
Is
definitely
Dorvoon's true sight still active?
That was only a minute. However,
Hasn't been that long.
crashing the ship, landing, wrestling.
That's true.
Wrestling.
Yeah, probably not.
But Dorvan does turn to the two of you and says, "We should sharpen our senses. Like a bronze spear, be sharp and keen." And he will evoke his draconic aura of senses, so you will get +2 to spot, listen, and initiative if you can see me in 30.
Excellent.
Is that a chest opposite us, Matthew?
Certainly looks like one, yeah.
In this room.
Yeah, look, by the bed.
In the room that you're in, yeah, for sure. So Yam is going to say, "Right, I've got to leave you to it because I've got a lot of work to do and it is not easy. So fingers crossed, one more jump."
Coward!
Vanishes from sight.
Coward.
Are you going for the chest, Dorvan?
Yes, though I'm looking at the piano with suspicion, seeing the keys, I guess, just move down on their own. But
Indeed, yes, you are.
as Johan has gone, there's a chest. I'm going to go, oh yeah, there is a chest.
There is a chest. Okay, so you open the chest, and it opens absolutely, and within you find a bunch of stuff. Can you please each roll me a D100?
Oh no.
71.
89.
Interesting. Okay, so we're gonna. I'll look up what these are afterwards. Collectibles. 71. Dorvan, you have found a heart-seeking amulet.
Heart-seeking amulet. I'm guessing Johan's are loading.
What did we have? 89.
Yes.
That's weird. Found a scroll of horrid wilting. Ew.
I'll add that to the list.
How incredibly horrid.
Disgusting.
We're back.
Yay! We did it. Well, Rob did it. Well done, Rob. So, for now, we are back. Everything is working. We've had a little go at the dice roller, and everything seems to be fine. You have found some treasure. You have found some trinkets worth gold, some magical items. As I say, you were informed that Lord Brightly and his entourage were collectors and hunters. And so you think lots of treasures all around the house. But, Dorman, I'm going to keep you where you were, actually, just because you've opened the chest, you've had a bit of a look. Can you do a spot check for me, please?
Probably not. Let's see what I've got.
Don't forget your +2.
Oh, I know. Because that goes from -1 to 1.
throw.
That's 7.
Okay. So I'm just going to ask, what is your flat-footed armor class?
16.
Okay.
It's a big hole in my armor now at the back where an arm is punched through.
Ugh.
You are sifting through this treasure, and you spot nothing. You're kind of focusing on the treasure, and you're like, oh, gold, bits and pieces. And
Bronze? No.
just as you realize the music has stopped, you feel something large and sharp swipe at your back as the piano behind you
The shit.
animates and steps forward, its keys bursting forward, and just swipes at your back. And it continues to play, but far more frantically. You take...
Oh my god.
Did you make that?
I drew the token, yes.
Nice.
Thanks very much.
That's absolutely
Especially like the
fantastic.
massive tongue.
Take 15 points of damage as this huge animated piano, huge category obviously because of its razor sharp claws, an enormous kind of mouth that opens at the back, just sort of, and just goes to sort of envelop you and swipes at you with a claw. Can you all roll initiative, please?
Initiative.
Remember, if you're within 30 feet of me, you get a +2.
Yeah, when I came back into
I am not within 30 feet of you.
I jumped back into the game and my token was moved outside, but I was in the room when I left, so I'm not sure why.
Okay,
that
yeah,
was
that's
the
fine.
case.
That's totally fine.
Mine's actually 23. But
Oh,
Mine's
God.
15.
Okay, so Dorvan's is 23. So,
My initiative is
Johan, what
9.
was yours? Really? Am I? I got... Oh, 9. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong person. Okay. Dear. Okay. Dorvan, you go first.
well, he may have hit me with the honky-tonk smash, but I'm going to bronze up his keys something. As
Lovely.
No. No. Dorvan's got mace there, shield here, other arm ready, and just goes...
Does that provoke attacks of opportunity at all?
It's... What is
I
it?
don't know. Does a breath weapon provoke attacks of
I
opportunity?
don't think a dragon provokes an attack of opportunity when they breathe their breath weapon,
No.
so I don't know.
No, probably not, actually. Yeah, fair enough. No, you haven't got to do any gestures to cast it, have you, or anything? It's not a spell. You just... So,
Yeah, it's a maximised clinging thing, so he has to do a reflex save of
Excellent
19.
stuff. Lovely. All right. We will try.
And he's a big boy.
He does not.
He takes 24 electricity damage, and he'll take 12 more next turn.
Okay, he takes 24. Super. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, and it sort of singes this thing, and its kind of wood grain sort of goes a slightly blackened in places, and it kind of recalls, and then it just releases a kind of bellow in between the music, back at you, and flecks of this kind of weird oily spit just hit you and land in your beard, and your beard kind of back. Night, you go next.
Yes. I suppose it's not flat-footed as it's taken attack.
It definitely only got a surprise round, so.
I'll just take a 5-foot step. No, and I'll hide here if that's okay. And then can I hide and then pop out for a shot?
Yeah, of course you can. Give us a hide check.
A little hide and shoot. A 37. For the hide.
Okay, you are definitely hidden.
And then he's within 30 feet, so it is point blank. 29 to hit.
That is a hit. Unfortunately, it is not subject to sneak attack.
Yeah, I just thought that as I rolled.
It is a construct.
2 points of damage.
2 points of damage.
Which key did you hit?
That was definitely a flat note.
Your crossbow, is it magical?
It's a short bow and no.
Okay. That doesn't seem to do any damage at all.
Well.
It's like as if you've hit a standard object. It's hardness. You didn't get through the hardness of the wood. So you've kind of, and there's an arrow stuck in the side of it, but it's not penetrated it really far enough to do any damage. It is now
seen that coming.
The piano's turn, and the piano is
electrocuted on its turn, right?
My turn, it'll take another
turn. I think the piano is just going to go for a full round of attack on Dorwin. Full round of attack basically just being 2 slams or 2 claw attacks from its sharp piano keys. So it will swipe at you. Your armor class is 20?
Yes.
That is a miss. And that is a miss. Okay, so this. I mean, how do you dodge it? As these huge, long things, which half of its piano keys have stretched out and are now just swinging at you, while still playing this kind of jaunty tune. How do you dodge?
Well, the first one, it comes in with just a timely block, and as the other attack's coming round, his new hand grabs the shield and just pulls it that way. So he's like, oh god.
That's so cool.
Amazing. Yeah. It clearly is frustrated as more of these, the tongue kind of flicks to the side and more flecks of spit hit your armor. But it just doesn't manage to get the hit on you. Johan, can you please roll me a spot check?
I have a +2 to spot, correct?
Beautiful.
I haven't changed my aura, so yes.
Yes, so that is now 27.
Amazing. So there is no surprise, and you are not caught flat-footed, as just next to you, emerging from the bookshelf, an enormous tongue just lolls out and attempts to kind of whack onto you, as the bookshelf actually tries to overrun you, or tries to trample you. So it just runs out this way and launches itself through the door, and sort of almost merges its shape as it through the door and kind of runs out this way, and attempts to sort of trample over you as it does so. This big, heavy oak bookshelf.
Just moving my token to see that, because I think that's quite amusing.
I'm very sorry. I've messed up the rule for this one, and that's my bad. Give me one.
That's okay. Like, I think if there's overruns, it just does it, doesn't it?
It's not an overrun.
It's a certain size or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a trample. So it's the save that you get basically. I just can't. I haven't noted it properly. I know the damage and everything, but it's trampled opponents can attempt reflex saves to take half damage. Okay, save DC. Sure thing. Okay, reflex save, please. Is that your reflex 27?
No, that was my spot check. My dice is still rolling, it seems. Once again. I have no idea. I honestly can't tell you why it's doing that. Someone else can roll for me if you want.
Isn't it strange? I don't know why it does this. There's just bog standard tokens on the map. There's, it's not overwhelmed with tokens either. There's nothing animated.
32 on the reflex.
Oh my god, you actually did it. A really difficult reflex, but you did it. So you will take half damage unless you have evasion.
I do have evasion, so I entirely
take
move out of the way.
Yeah, you sort of step to the side and this thing sort of breezes past you and as it kind of stomps the floor, runs to the other side, and you see that it turns, the tongue lolls out, and the books that are stacked in the bookshelf start to sort of vibrate slightly as it stares in your direction. It is now your turn, Johan.
So Johan will have thrown himself out of the way to avoid the bookcase, and glancing over his shoulder, he'll give one last look at the piano, and he will just say to you, Dorvan, "Music isn't my forte."
Very good.
And he will instead move to attack the bookcase.
Was that bringing your music A level into
A-level music, baby, A-level music. It's a shame because
once a year,
yeah. It's a shame because my screen's the one that's showing the battlefield, so I'll just move there for the time being. There we go. No, that is where I'm moving. I will move the screen in a moment. So Johan will rush forth. He's just going to attempt a single attack with a punch. And hopefully it will roll. We will see.
Is it 32? Is that your...
No, that was my reflex from before.
Sorry, I'm getting confused with the rolls.
But it's good because it gives me time to roll my type out my damage just in case I do hit. So it is ready to go should I land the attack. Oh my god. I wish I could tell you why no one's moving now either. Or are you just very still?
No, I'm still here. I can still see and hear you.
I wish. I don't know why that is doing that.
It's roll 20, isn't it? I mean, I just don't understand. Roll 20. You are being a jerk.
That's a
critical.
Natural 20. Fucking
okay.
Heaven forbid.
That is a hit.
Now I have to confirm it, and now it'll take another 5 fucking hours.
Well, you don't have to confirm it because it is immune to criticals. Unfortunately, it is
of course.
But it is definitely a hit. So roll your damage.
Oh my god. And I just deleted it as well. Please be quicker this time. Straight away that time. 13 points of bludgeoning damage as Johan levels a hard kick at one of the editions that have been put into one of the shelves, and he breaks that spine of that book.
He does. Amazing. He definitely does. Does it a chunk of damage. Again, it seems to resist the damage with its natural hardness of just being a piece of furniture, essentially. And you can see that it sort of turns to you, and almost in between the books, you can see that it kind of has little piercing eyes as it's looking at you, and the tongue just lolls around, and it seems very upset. But yeah, beautifully done. You do it some damage. And we are back to Dorvan. You are facing this enormous, just leering over you piano as it is attempting to mess you up.
Before I do, I'm going to do a full round of attacks. But before I do, will you allow me to do a performance check for a piano?
Yeah.
Cool.
For sure.
What is my actual final performance? Oh, it goes up. It's 6. 14.
What's the goal here?
I
Playing him.
would like to play the piano as I attack it. With my
Okay,
mace,
for sure.
hitting chords.
You want to hit the
I'm
right
gonna
keys.
Dorvan is going to attempt the opening chords of the Moonlight Sonata.
I don't have that music. We will be not allowed to publish on YouTube.
No, Moonlight Sonata is out of copyright, I believe, but there we are.
Oh, wicked. Okay.
Composer's been dead for long enough.
Yes.
With
Beethoven
the
has
14,
been
I
dead
reckon
long
you can just about. It's not neat or tidy, but yeah, you know the rough. Opening.
It's like a dun 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 dun. I can't do the full one, but it's
It's nice to know that he's alive in this world as well as the real world.
well, we're in.
Yeah, for sure.
We don't know where we are, because I swear I heard Christmas music earlier.
So, hitting for the chord.
Music from Roll20 that had a festive tone. It was not official music.
14.
Before it comes up. 14 is a hit.
I hit the chord.
Very nice.
9.
You smack it in the keys.
9 for the next
9
note.
points of damage.
No, that's attack roll.
Oh, that's another attack roll. That is not a hit, I'm afraid.
I hit the minor key. And my hand, as I slam down a bunch of keys. 21. That's a hit.
You get 3 attacks now.
Hello.
Throw the arm.
You remember?
Okay. Yeah, 21. 21's a hit.
So that's
the third arm that he has. Roll some damage.
12 damage as Dorvan is a little tone deaf in trying to recreate the Moonlight Sonata. Dun.
Okay, you do minimal damage
Excellent.
to this thing.
He also takes another 12 electricity damage.
Struggling to beat the hardness, but it takes all of that. So, takes 12.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Night. It is on you.
It's all on me, baby.
It's your turn.
I would like to fire 2 arrows, a shock arrow and a thunder arrow at the bookcase.
Beautiful. Okay.
I'll go thunder first because we've seen that shock will do damage. I want to know if sound will do damage. 15 to hit.
15 is a hit.
And that should have been 16, I'm afraid, actually, thinking about it, because I'm within 30 feet.
Okay, well,
not that matters particularly, but another 16 to hit.
Also a hit. Both hit.
So it takes 10 damage, of which 5 is a magic arrow, and 1 is... Oh, fuck's sake. 1 is sonic, and 4 is electricity.
Okay. So, yeah, it will take all of that. That bypasses the hardness of this thing, and it is not happy as these arrows dig in it. And it just kind of shocks it, and again, some of its books sort of singe. There's a bit of fire, and the tongue kind of laps across the books and puts the fire out, but they're slightly blackened and singed. Beautiful shot, Night. Absolutely lovely. We are back to the piano, and the piano is going to... let me see. I think the piano is a bit sick of you, doesn't like you anymore. So the piano is going to attempt a grapple because it wants to swallow you.
Does it have improved grapple?
It does not, so it will have to do a touch attack on your touch armor class.
That provokes an attack of opportunity.
It does indeed.
28.
Oh, it doesn't pull anything off. You smack that down. It tries to lash out at you with its tongue and just...
4.
You don't do it any damage. But you do at least bat it away from being able to sort of grab and constrict you within its kind of mouth and cavity. Yeah, there we go. The bookshelf left a remnant of itself, as did the piano. Okay. The piano has been... It is now the bookshelf's turn. The bookshelf will take a 5-foot step that way. Night, you've been shooting at it, and you actually did it a chunk of damage with sort of elemental damage, which it's very not happy about. So as it kind of stares at you, the books just... and 2 books just fire out as it sort of spits these books out at you with its own personal version of a ranged attack. What is your armor class, please?
My armor is 18.
18. Okay. The first one misses you completely. Rolled 18 on the dice on the second one as a book just it's kind of going end to end and smacks you with a slam attack, going a hell of a speed. And it does 14 points of damage as it just... It's going so fast, and it's like a really powerful slam attack from this thing at range. It's just come and smashed you in the face. It's an Encyclopedia Britannica. And that is its turn. Johan, we're back to you.
Johan takes a free 5-foot step forward and initiates a flurry of blows.
Noish. Do it. Fingers crossed we can do this. We can pull this off.
I said that with like confidence and the hope that it was going to just go for it.
Yeah.
And it's a 15 for the first strike.
That is a hit.
Okay. So that's 1 hit. That is another hit.
That is also a hit.
And then the third strike with my flurry of blows. Thank you, level 8. Oh, and a 12.
That is a miss, unfortunately.
So that is
The first two are
6d6 plus 4.
Because of your immense
For
amounts of
30
damage.
points of bludgeoning damage. And as he smashes into it, he shouts, "You only have your shelf to blame!"
Say, do you bypass hardness?
Not with that pump.
Not
You would
at
punch
this
a
level,
wall.
sadly. I get adamantine fists at level 16. If I live to see it.
That's 2 hits.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Still a
of course,
hefty amount
yeah.
of damage. That is still a hefty amount of damage. Yeah, you smash chunks out of this thing with your beautiful quip, and it kind of is very unhappy as its tongue's kind of wagging at you and very, very unhappy, and flecks of spit again are kind of hitting you in the face. Kind of fetid breath flies at you.
Ooh,
A fetid breath that has a
breath.
strange... Yeah, it has a strange rotten flesh kind of smell to its breath.
Yummy.
Indeed, yummy. But that was beautiful. And we're back to the top of the round. Dorvan. The Dwarven. Dragon Shaman.
With a third arm.
With a third arm. An ultimate form.
A Cocker Spaniel. Dorvan will... You will hear from outside the room, bronze power, as Dorvan evokes a different aura, giving me +2 extra damage. And then he'll go for a full attack, because why not? First smash.
Bring it on.
28.
Is a hit.
Second smash. 12.
Is a miss.
And then a claw slam. 10. Never mind.
Doesn't hit, I'm afraid. You got a hit, though.
Maximilian damage.
Maximilian
Maximilian
damage! Well done. Yeah, so once again, you do this thing a chunk of damage, and it still roars back at you. You just did 394 damage. Oops.
Nice. Dogvoon, as Redium has dubbed, which I'm afraid Dogvoon must now stick when I turn into a dog form.
Dogvoon.
I'm unsure if it's a party form.
Maybe Dogvoon has two tails. Maybe it's
Yeah, you got
tail.
two tails that wag like
Extra
that.
waggy cuteness.
Part of me thinks the arm is just still there. It's the same arm, just shrunk to fit a dog. But
Yeah, just the same sort of weird chaos demon looking arm.
just shrunk to dog
Night
size.
We're moving on to you. It is your turn.
I guess I'll do the same and just put 2 magic arrows in it. But does it look ill?
It's hard to say. It's very hard to judge the health of these things. It looks pretty badly damaged. Like if a moving company showed up with this when you moving into a new home, you'd be pissed.
Okay. I'll do 1 arrow at a time then, because I don't want to waste my magic. I'll do a shock arrow first.
The fleshy bit of it, the tongue, is still moving quite wildly, so it's fine.
Oh,
That
yeah.
is a hit.
Excellent. So we get 8 damage on that one,
Okay.
and that is shocking. And if it's still going, I'll put a second arrow in it as well.
It is still going, yeah. Remember that these things are classified. Well, this one is classified as huge. This one is classified as large. So it is still going, yeah.
No worries. So
Was that
15
another 15?
again. It was. Only
a
5
hit.
this time, but that
And it takes
is
5.
thunder.
Oh my god. Okay, so this thing, I mean, even though it's very hard to tell, its tongue kind of flops to the floor and twitches a little bit, and then just about manages to get itself moving again. Like it looks like it's done, but it's still going. Barely.
Can I take a 5-foot step
That was your turn.
round the door into this room?
100%. Here you can. Absolutely. Yes,
To
you
get a
can.
bit of cover.
You're
Yeah.
in range to get a +2 to your damage now.
That would have been
You
useful a
have
second ago.
partial cover. What did we say? I got cover confused last time, didn't I? I thought it was a mischance because of the 50%, but Is it a +2 to your armor class, I think, because you've got partial cover?
Mm-hmm.
That
goes
sounds
on your
right to
armor
me.
class because it's physically covering you. Things like fog and displacement is the percentages.
Right, okay. So yeah, you have about you have partial cover, so +2 to your armor class. It is now once again the big old piano, and the big old piano. It just doesn't look like it's going to be able to pull off swallowing you because you can just bat it aside. You're so tough, so it's just going to go full round of attack. It wants your guts. So 2 big old sharp piano key claws come swinging at you, Dorvan. What is your armor class?
20.
Yes. First one is a miss. Second one is a hit.
Ooh, that F sharp.
Yeah, it is effing sharp.
That F sharp.
You take 13 points of damage as it slashes across you. And yeah, it takes sort of chunks of flesh from you. And there's almost a kind of smile across its kind of upper lid filled with sharp teeth as it's looking at you. And it just recoils and continues to come in for attacks. The bookshelf at this point...
I moved so I could see
again,
what was going on in the room. I'll move myself back. There we go.
Absolutely fine. Not a problem. Where were you, actually?
I've now moved myself back. I should be there.
Oh, you're still where you moved to on mine. I can see on the thing you've moved, but it hasn't. Right, I can see where you are, though. That's fine. It's going to provoke an attack of opportunity.
It will absolutely take the attack of opportunity. And he'll take it in his sweet time. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would consider following the channel, if you would like to see more content like this, where we wait 5 minutes.
If you'd like to see the slowest dice rolls in history.
Imagine it's going down the longest dice tower.
Moved my screen.
Oh, that's good. So that means that
Which means the dice roll will be following shortly after. You're going to get your attack of opportunity, but it's going to move
in 3.
2.
Yeah, you just do whatever it's doing. There we go. 14 to hit. I roll a 2.
14 is a hit.
Oh, excellent.
No, 14 is not quite a hit. I do apologise. It matches its armor class, doesn't beat it, so that doesn't actually do any damage. It moves to over here, and it will turn and fire 1 volume at you. I believe this is a copy of... it's a version of this universe's Moby Dick. Flying directly at your face.
Okay,
and it just opens and you
22.
just see "Call me Ishmael" just flying at your face.
22.
Call me Ishmael, and you just—I've read this. Away. It just misses you completely. Yeah, and you avoid the kind of almost razory cuts from the paper on this thing, like it's just firing these books so fast. It doesn't have infinite books, though. It has a fair few left, but it doesn't have infinite books. But that is its turn. Johan, it is your turn.
Johan hurls himself at the bookcase. As I continue my description, I hit the roll the dice button. He leaps high into the air, kicking off the wall, and hurtles down at the bookcase, screaming wildly as he does, plummeting down from on high like a comet from the sky, and will slam, hopefully, directly into the mimic with an 18.
Oh, yes! Okay. It is a hit.
Okay.
How long do you talk about your damage?
So, okay, roll 3d6 plus 2. Oh, God. Yeah, so he strikes at it as brutally hard as he can, bringing his elbow down onto the thing, and you hear like a sharp splintering as he does 16 points of bludgeoning damage.
Absolutely. How do you kill the bookshelf?
So he brings the elbow.
Crumple.
He brings the elbow straight through the top of it, and it just smashes all of its shelves in. And as it collapses to the ground, he'll go, "Silence in the library."
Amazing. Excellent stuff. Yeah, you smash it, and then its tongue once again tries to, and it just, and the bookshelf just sort of sags and looks like a broken bookshelf with like a weird bit of carpet coming out of it, as the sort of animated nature of this bookshelf seems to dissipate, and you're left with what looks like a mundane object, like someone's put some mundane bits together to look like a living bookshelf. Utterly destroyed. Very nice, Johan. Dorvan, we are back with you and the mighty piano.
Well, I'm just going to go for a full round of attacks and hope for the best.
Bring it on.
He hits with his mace. He possibly fumbles with his mace.
Possibly a fumble.
It's just a miss.
That is not a fumble. It is just a miss.
15.
That is a hit.
And with his special arm,
the claw.
Possibly a fumble.
Oh my god.
Special arm.
15.
It is not a fumble, it's just a miss.
Dorvan's got himself into a bit of a tizzy. He's like,
yeah, Dorvan's like, I don't like this song.
Put me on.
Make it stop.
It's not what I would choose, you know.
Personal taste.
I need something more dirgy.
Jordan's books have a spine, so rogues can backstab. It's very good, and I appreciate the play on words.
Yes,
10.
That is good.
10 points of damage. Okay.
As Dorvan struggles.
Yeah, this piano, obviously being larger, has more hit points, looks significantly hardier than the bookshelf. It is still going, but it is definitely damaged a lot. Some of the keys are cracked. It starts to sound sort of out of tune. Yeah, it's just, still lurching at you, though. Night. We move on to your turn. Unless, Dorvan, you would like to move at all.
Full attack.
Oh, you did a full attack? Of course you did. Yes, I apologise. So, Night, we're on you.
First, I'm going to put a fire arrow into it.
Excellent stuff.
Is it +2 damage? Sorry, not +2 to attack with Dorvan's...
Just damage.
Arra. 18 to hit.
18 is a hit.
So... 8 points of fiery arrow.
8 points of damage. How much of that is fire?
The d6, so 2, annoyingly.
Okay, so that'll be 4, because this is made of wood. And it will take more damage from the fire. So that makes it 10 points of damage.
I've got such limited stock of arrows. I should have bought more.
And the fire remains on it. So on your next turn, it will take another d6 of fire.
Oh, so it's caught fire. Amazing.
It has.
I will try and put another fire arrow into it then, I guess.
Beautiful.
Doubling the damage. 25 to hit.
It's definitely a hit.
25.
9 points of damage, but 6 of that is fire this time.
The 6 of that is fire, which we will double that. Nice. Okay. So that's
12 fire.
2,
Plus 3.
15 points of damage then overall. As your hits on this thing are palpable, the fire just sort of really takes over. And epic. Okay, very nice. Yeah, this thing is now sort of charring and it is burning. There is a bit of fire on the side of it, the side that you hit, and it's just starting to sort of burn. Very lovely hits. It is still going, but it has taken a chunk of damage. getting past the hardness there. Very, very nice. Night. It is the piano's turn, and the piano is distressed. Ugh, the fire. It doesn't like the fire. It's going to run this way. Dorvan, you get an attack of opportunity.
I will.
Please
Well,
kill
it's
it.
going to take a 5-foot step, actually. It can take a 5-foot step in that direction and then hit.
20.
You hit it. Well done.
Hooray. 4, 7 damage.
Okay.
Please kill it.
You chip at it as it comes away and some shards of wood come flying off. But it lunges forward and it's only done a 5-foot step, so it will go for 2 slashing attacks at Night because it's upset with your fire. What is your armor class, please, Night?
18.
Oh. The first one is a natural 20.
Please don't kill me.
And the second is the second roll is a natural 1, which means it was possibly a critical, not a critical, but a hit. It's a roll of 1, and the second one. Let me just double check on this. They don't crit on that, but it's a 19, so 2 hits. Ruh-roh.
He's a big boy as well.
Oh dear.
You take 29 points of damage as this thing just goes hell for leather and rips chunks out of you.
Night. Like, you know, in like combat sports where someone gets absolutely smashed and they just like wilt for a second and he's like, ugh! And like they just catch themselves before he's on 1 hit point.
Oh my god! I thought I'd done it. I thought I was like, no.
No, he had 30 hit points.
It saw the fire and it knows it's weak to fire. It was not happy. That is its turn. It would have been the bookshelf at that point, but the bookshelf is done. Johan, you have heard discordant noises, and you obviously can now see just round the corner slightly that Night has been absolutely mullered and is bleeding out.
Yeah, he probably turns around and like for a second you just see his face like go white and just blood goes from the top of his head.
Oh my god.
Piano key slashes all down his face.
Johan
He's still up, but
Johan will give you the same look he had given you when you had skillfully steered the ship beneath him and saved his life. And he charges forth, hoping to repay you in kind. He will rush forward.
Lovely stuff.
There we go. And his movement can take him right up to the piano, so he can pass through Night Square to put himself directly in front of the goblin.
No problem.
He basically leaps over the goblin as he goes through the door, and goes to make a single strike against the piano.
Against the piano. Beautiful.
And we will see if this is the coda of this battle.
Did you roll this a while ago?
I rolled this about 4 minutes ago.
He's not moved on my
27
he's not moved on my screen.
27 to hit.
before he started talking.
I'm gonna say that I believe you're stood next to it, even though I
can see on the stream.
27 to hit.
Also.
27 to
Definitely
hit.
a hit.
Thank
It is
you.
a hit. It is
You
a
hit on the die.
Sorry.
On the 15.
Right.
Extra
Definitely
plus
hit on
2
the
to your
die.
damage.
Oh, I opened the bookmark bar by accident. No, don't do this to me.
No.
That's the.
So remember your bonus damage, Rube.
What is my bonus damage?
An extra plus 2.
Three
The stream's gonna get
3d6 plus. Yeah, no, it's because I hit the bookmarks bar. It is now back. But, oh, God. It's just depressing. That's 10 points of bludgeoning damage. As
you smash it.
oh my god! Johan jumps over Night Knight and his foot just goes through the keys, blang blong blang blong, as it collapses on itself. And then he will shout, "You changed your tune."
Oh god. Beautiful.
Dorvan will go up to Night Knight and say, "Embrace the bronze ones. They will help you." He's a little too close for this as well. He's talking about... As Dorvan's saying this, he invokes his Vigor aura, which means you get fast healing 2 up to half your health. So basically for the next minute, you're going to go up back to half your HP. In fact, if anyone is
that does mean
under half,
very good.
take yourself back to half.
Excellent stuff.
I think Night Knight has no idea what you've said. He's reverted to goblin speak. What?
I'm a scale link, and it will be glorious.
Yeah, he's no idea what's just
3
happened.
hands comforting you. He's got 2 on the shoulder and 1 on your head.
Oh dear.
So yeah, it's just sort of quiet in the manor. The music has gone. And yeah, you're left with the eerie atmosphere of this spooky building.
We must press on. Hurry! Johan will rush from the room.
Night Knight, are you still weak? Following you. Are you still weak?
Pretty weak, yeah.
Dorvan will pass you a cure moderate wounds potion. Have this.
Oh.
The
Very
bronze
kind. I'll
ones
take that
must see you well.
straight away. Oh yeah, the bronze ones, yeah.
I was grateful for your...
2d8 plus 10.
I was grateful for your actions before, creature. Whoa! That is max.
That is a bronze
Fully
potion.
healed.
Thank you very much.
The bronze potion. Well done.
Bronze
Very nice.
snail swimming in that.
Ooh.
Yes, I was grateful for your actions before, creature. I am glad to repay you in kind.
That is settled.
Oh, you're talking to Night Knight. For a second, I thought you were talking to me. I was like, creature, yes, I've got a third arm. I am no longer.
yeah, to be fair. Yeah.
You are just getting stranger. Dorvan is getting stranger as this game goes on. I made a decision before this that I was not going to kill your character, Mike, but I was going to slowly morph them.
Morph you so your character no longer exists. You become something else entirely.
Fundamentally.
Some 5-legged cocker spaniel.
Death just isn't good enough anymore.
You're just making it more thematically difficult for him to keep being worshipping the bronze ones because he's just a mutant that his clan would cast out in a second thought.
Okay, guys. So you have a couple of staircases. You have doors. You've tried. I think Dorvan tried the door over here, the double doors,
Yes.
and was unable to open them. That locked. But there are other doors that you have not tried. So yeah,
2 doors here.
you already explored this room. Like you say, you can see that there's a blood stain on the floor. It looks like these things have consumed people.
Dorvan just
over
opened the
time
door and kind of regrets this decision.
Settled themselves. Yeah, so you open this door, and as you open the door, I should
Dun, dun, dun,
as you
dun,
open the
dun.
door.
It's another
Yeah,
fucking
the
piano.
piano in there. Oh god!
Yeah, dun, 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 dun.
Bagpipes this time.
No. Yeah,
Piano's
there's no
all the way down.
as you open the door, there's a rush of air, and you can sort of feel that this clearly, in some way, is open to the outside, to the elements outside of the building, and it is genuinely deafening. It is quite deafening. There is, you can hear the sound of what appears to be very similar to the storm you encountered outside the museum when you were first there. There's a rush, and there's a sort of dampness in the atmosphere from like swirling rain. And yeah, you see what you see ahead of you.
There are some grim-looking remains ahead.
Yeah.
There are. Best
Take a
to
little
check.
closer peek.
Yes.
Wait. Everyone sharpen your senses. By accepting my bronze gift, as I'll go back into the senses aura.
Oh,
You always make it so creepy.
Good.
by the ethereal dream.
Yeah, this would have been a big old beautiful animated thing that I had going on outside so you could see the storm, but it's not anymore. So
Whoa.
what you see outside is a chaos storm. You see that chaos energy that has been affecting you every time the demons have hit you, and every time they've formed, just swirling around in a vortex, not dissimilar to the one that you travel through in between portals. Outside the broken wall here that was clearly the stable doors. For you are in the stables. And yeah, you can see that the stables have some dead things that appear to have been here for some time.
The power.
Look, Night.
And there is a chest.
Yes.
Can I check the chest for traps?
You
/
can
monsters?
check the chest for traps. Absolutely. Well, give me a spot check.
+2.
+2.
+2 might. 29.
1 second. Spot check. $29. You go to check it for traps, and you are this close to touching this thing to check it for traps, to sort of check under the side of it like you would, but just as you're about to, and I mean you're this close because you were 1 point off failing, but you didn't, you succeeded. You realize that just as you're about to touch it, the chest takes a slight breath.
Nope.
No.
Nope. It runs out of the room.
Almost as if it's preparing for you to touch it.
What is wrong, little one?
It's alive. It's another alive thing.
We do not have time to fight every inanimate
Get away
object.
from it.
I begrudge that decision, but you're right.
You can see there is a pile of there's a dead horse in here that's clearly just been left in here that seems to have died and wasted away. There's also a pile of bones in one of the bays. Looks like it's been piled here. Most of them look like they've been chewed upon and partially digested and then dumped here. And it looks like quite a lot of different people. All human, halfling, dwarf, various kind of forms. But it's very hard to tell exactly what they were. And the chest seems to just go back to being dead still again. Like it's waiting for you. But well spotted, because you were literally 1 point over the check. What you do? Where you go? Bonjour!
Night, what's behind the door?
Yeah, we're back, everyone. Technical issues aside, we're just going to try and carry on. And
We move away from the mimic. Let's go.
We might have, fixed it. So, as you were, guys.
Let's go.
You discover that one is definitely more than it appears, and you move away. The door that you are in front of, you may attempt.
Yes.
28.
28.
Okie dokie. You
Yes.
hear a click.
Oh no.
And
No,
before you, you see that there are two ghosts sat in chairs playing a game of cards and drinking sort of see-through glasses of like spirits. Sorry. Not really paying you any attention at all. Just sort of having a chat, playing games.
You there, spirits from the other side.
Yes.
I am Johann of the Order of the Ethereal Dream, and I have dominion over your kind. You shall tell me all that you know.
The older gentleman sat in this chair, looks at the other one, raises his glass and just says, "Another one had a few too many." Can I help you at all? Are you looking for the bathroom?
I'm looking for the infernal power that has disrupted this place.
The infernal power.
Not infernal literally, just terrible power.
Terrible power. Is that a piece of artwork? Is it a sculpture, perhaps, or a painting? The Lord has many. I'm not entirely sure what you're asking me. Are you not here for the party?
What frivolous cause is this?
It's one of Lord Kenny's gatherings. We're all having a frightfully good time. Thought we'd sit and have a game of cards, you know.
This Kenwell Brightly, I assume. Is he of the same...
Kenny to his friends, yeah.
Well, is he like you? Is he also, I don't want to be rude.
Dead.
Dead? Dead? Do you mean dead funny? I don't know what you mean.
No,
dead.
No, I think...
Drunk, that's what they are.
No, look. I go up next to them. What Johann here is trying to tell you is I can do this, and with my third arm, I'll just push it through his head.
Push it through his head. He kind of reacts like you've shoved him and absolutely doesn't believe you at all. Well, mind you have fingers, hands. I will not be touched. I will not be touched. Look at you. You're a dwarf. You're probably the help. Bring me another drink. I'll not be touched.
You're probably the help.
I'll not be touched by random savages like you. Keep your hands to yourself.
You are quite fortunate that you have already joined the ethereal plane.
What on earth you're talking about? But I'd say you've had too many.
I am.
Were you invited by the Lord Kenro?
I hope one day to join you, but not until my work is done.
I don't think there's anything in this room that seems quite.
Honestly, frightful party poopers. It appears to be some sort of brandy room where people would go and play games and drink and chit chat. There's no chests or anything. There doesn't seem to be just these two guys playing games. At the end?
There's an instrument. There's a drum. There's a drum.
Billowing curtains at the back of the room. And yeah, you look, and as they billow, you can see on the other side hints of the storm from the other side of the window, which is being battered by the rain. But
this door is locked.
Oh, this one.
But I think I know where it leads.
Yes. Well, there was a door in the stables, and
yes.
The two ghosts continue to chat to each other.
Quick, we must hurry.
Invite anyone to these do's nowadays.
I'll just avoid this chest, but see what is in here.
Honestly, dead. Piffle.
It's locked. Night will attempt to open lock.
Night,
19?
you are frightfully good. I mean, there's a click.
Hurry!
I'll open the door. Oh, no ghosts.
No, there doesn't appear to be any ghosts in here. What you see is a pile of skins, animal skins. This seems to be like a room where people would gather to sort of dry off after a hunt, and store animal skins and sort of. It's fairly bare bones, and there is a fireplace in the corner. There are 2 chests that you can see.
Oh, he's gone.
Chests.
Well, if Night is spacing out, perhaps
Night gone again.
investigate.
I've
Nice.
still got him.
I've still got him.
Oh, I can't see him.
I've still got him.
I
Rob's
will-
still got him.
I shall reload.
Do.
Yeah. Back.
There are 2 chests.
Have they stopped for you, Matt?
Dom has frozen. He's still
Yeah.
there, but he's frozen.
Yeah.
Mike is back. And
Oh, Mike isn't back for me.
can't see you. Now Night's gone.
I will refresh also. Yeah, I mean we have taken as many steps as we can to try and prevent this, but honestly, it has to be to do with the platform in some respect. It really does. I know a lot of blame can be laid upon perhaps our setup, but in this case, at least I can sort of relax in the fact that I know this is beyond my control. I literally can't change it when Roll20 is being like this, and I'm glad it isn't just me, but the other boys as well. So we will see. Thank you, Radium and Joel Diggity, for joining us throughout
That's what he's saying.
majority of the game.
Ah, there he is. Yes, I was just listening to you on the stream, Rob. I think you're absolutely right. It is very much out of our control. Just Roll20 being a dick.
I had everyone, and then Matt, then Mike and Dom are no longer there.
Are we
They're
here
not?
now?
I can see you.
I can hear your voices. I just don't see your cameras, your imagery.
Oh,
I do see Matt's though.
That's weird.
can you see me now?
No.
Bugger. Right.
Maybe if I do it. No.
Once more, I will reconnect, my friends. Once more.
Oh, bless you, Matt. It's a pain in the arse when you're trying to run a game.
It slows it down to the thing is, when it's supposed to be a sort of paced-ish section, it's not high pace like the rest of it. It's exploring. It then slows it to an absolute snail's pace.
Well, yeah. I mean, in fairness, it'd be at any point of the game. It would just,
Yeah, I know.
just irresolvable. And it seems, I don't know if it's the same for you, but both Mike and Dom are just loading for me.
No, I have both Mike and Dom. Neither of them have you.
What the France? Oh my goodness!
What the frog?
Um,
What the actual frog?
Okay, I'll refresh again. Oh my goodness! Yeah, something's got to be done. We've got to address this issue, and we've got to deal with it in a different way, perhaps, because this is not sustainable. And we appreciate you, our audience, watching our games, and we obviously want to make them enjoyable. But when this is happening, it's not that enjoyable. It's not that enjoyable for us.
Yeah.
I heard Mike. I see Mike. I see Matt. I don't see Dom.
I see Dom.
Nope.
I see Dom also.
I
Hello,
don't
Dom.
I don't see Dom. Do you see me? So it looks like they don't actually see me or hear me. No, they don't, do they? Oh boy. Oh boy, this sucks. This sucks big time.
George Diggody's suggesting what we are looking to do soon, which is Discord.
Yeah.
I can see you, Rob. Can you see me?
I can
see Rob.
Yes, I can see you all.
Good.
Continue.
I'm sort of loath to do anything that'll slow the game down even more now. But, yeah. So, I mean, you see what you have in front of you. There are 2 chests. The rest of the room is pretty bare bones. It is a room for coming down after the hunt.
I kick the chest open.
Horses. You kick the chest open, and it just opens. The one in front of you just opens. Inside, can you roll for me a d20?
Yes. 12.
Okay.
And add your initiative modifier.
That would be so yeah, in here you find various items of clothing. You mostly hunting garb. There is a riding crop. There are a few bits and pieces. The only thing that you can find of note is a thing called an any weather tinderbox. A small metal tinderbox etched with runes that seem to glow. The user can start a fire in any conditions, including rain, snow, and strong winds. Particularly handy when out in the wilds.
Put that to one side. And then the other one as well.
And then the other one, and it opens. Please roll me D100 this time, please. Please,
Allow
please.
me.
Oh,
yes.
ignore my roll.
One of the other guys roll a D100.
Ignore my roll.
We'll have from somebody else. It's fine.
Because I want to see if it rolls. If
I
not,
want to see if it rolls as
Yay,
well.
32.
It rolled.
It actually rolled. Roll 20. Did its basic function. Congratulations.
Hoorah.
Yeah, it's all very well saying about the cameras and stuff, and yeah, absolutely, we will do that with Discord. But when the dice is literally not rolling, it's like,
yeah,
that's an issue.
Interesting. You have an invisibility blanket. It's a grey woolen blanket woven with brown geometric patterns. After falling asleep, and it only works when you're falling asleep. After falling asleep, the user and the blanket become completely invisible until they wake.
That's really cool.
Wow.
Sort of random outdoorsy adventuring gear that are in these boxes that are in the undressing room from hunting. Yeah, that's pretty much all you find.
Let's go.
Lead on. Yes, right.
Okay. Trying ever so hard to keep track of your tokens, but Johan doesn't move. I don't.
I haven't
when you
actually
move him
moved
for me.
Yeah, so I'm.
All right. Okay.
But I am now. You could, if it makes you feel better, you can move me because then you can keep track of me, and then I don't have to keep.
Oh, I could. Yeah, and if I plunk you up here where the guys are, have you moved?
Just move me to where they are.
When I move you, have you moved?
I haven't moved yet. No.
No, very strange. Yeah, guys, you stood outside of the double doors. The double doors appear to be sort of entrance hall type thing, and you can hear the most sort of chatter and clinking and stuff from behind these doors, where the majority of the sort of background noise was coming from.
Do your thing, little one.
I'll pick the lock.
Give it to me. 32? Is that your roll?
32.
Jeez, that came up quickly. Yeah, absolutely. You can unlock that. No problem.
Yeah. Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, in here you can see
I assume they're
one
not living.
statue of a gentleman with a lute, a very large ivory tusk of sorts, or a tooth or something that is on a display shelf, and a very big taxidermy bear on a plinth. And you can see sort of movement in the room beyond as ghosts go whizzing past the door, and you can hear chatting.
Johan moves through the chamber to look into the next area.
You can see in here there are several ghosts sat around dinner table, sort of walking around. It's quite like they're involved in a dinner party, chatting with each other and hanging out. And the table is laid out sort of nicely, although you can see that there are a few splatters of blood. The blood splatter in this place, it's not like gory, it's not everywhere. It doesn't look like stuff has gone horribly wrong, but like it's been covered up, like the clues are there, but they're just not very obvious. There's definitely some blood splatter and a severed hand on the end of the table. It's clearly just been left behind as the place has been cleaned.
Are we in the eye of the storm? Is this the location where the deck was used to?
No. That sprite said we had another jump.
From here? Then we must hurry.
Yes.
We linger too long. Come to the stairs, to the stairs.
So you've entered this room. Johan has turned, and you guys have kind of looked around. The ghosts have kind of stopped to look at you and are summing you up a little bit. And Dorvan, can you please give me a spot check?
This comes with a +2, which makes it 1. 6.
Okay, no. You see nothing. You
I see nothing.
Nothing.
We must hurry. Come.
Night's still in there. Do I get a spot check?
Yeah, you can have a spot check as well.
Yeah. I can't remember what my spot is. 12 for the bonus. 28.
Oh, wow, yeah. So you can see that the rest of the room is fine. The ghosts are all over the place and chatting, whatever. There is a bird cage just sat on the shelf over here. And although at first glance it seems fine, it does appear like as you enter the room, bits of its sort of metal cage start to sort of move, and it definitely seems to sort of awaken. It hasn't spotted you, really. It's not paying attention. It's just sort of surveying the room, but it's definitely another animated thing.
Spider.
Dorvan, let's get out of here.
They're just ghosts. They can't hurt us.
Yeah, the ghosts don't even seem to notice you. Well, they do notice you, but they're not interested.
Okay, little one. Okay, you seem very, on edge. They're just dead. Don't worry about the dead.
Move!
From the spirits can't hurt you, little one. Why are you dragging? What is up with you?
Shut the door behind him.
What has got up your? Oh,
yep. You close the door, and it sort of dampens the sound a little bit as you move. Yeah.
Johan is looking up the stairs.
Tell you.
Walking up the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Johan disappears up the stairs.
No, I'm looking.
It'll be
I'm looking up the
You're
stairs.
looking up the stairs.
Yes.
Yeah, up the stairs is it's lit at the top, same as down here, and it leads to what you can see from downstairs. It's just sort of a banister landing overlook, so it's an open plan. And yeah, but you don't see anything up there of note. It's just an open.
Johan
area
is going to
that's
turn to Dorvun and Night Knight and say, "Why do you linger? We must make haste."
There's another door here.
Fine, we'll look in the door.
It's open.
Fine.
You open the door, and Night Knight, the first thing you notice is that the ghost that spotted you before, the first one you saw that went breezing off, is lingering over here in the corner. The second thing you notice is that there is an older chap, ghost, again, an older chap with a sort of big dangly mustache and sort of wearing an almost sort of oldie military garb, but dress uniform, stood in the corner by this big desk. And he looks as you enter and says, "Excuse me, I don't seem to recall inviting you to my party. Who might you be?"
Is this the Brightly man?
Kenny. They said he was called Kenny.
To his friends.
Lord Brightly.
We could be his friends.
We could be. If you try.
Could we be your friends? Kenny?
Can we be your friends?
I've made new friends for a very long time, but it's absolutely lovely that you're here at the party. Everyone is welcome. I just don't think I know your faces.
Rook to E4.
Ah! Have you moved into the room? Yes, you have. Okay. I just can't see you on the thing, but on the stream I can.
Yes.
For some reason on here it's not, but I can see you're on there. So yeah. Another player of the game, I see. Marvelous. Excellent.
That's Mace.
Give me a... what would it
I
be?
don't know if it
Intelligence or
actually
wisdom
is.
for chess.
Intelligence?
I think it's probably intelligence. Go on, give us an intelligence roll.
Let's see if I actually know what I'm talking about. Or am I just going, that's a mate, and I've just moved a piece. Oh, dear. I will definitely try.
Oh, no. I've asked you to do a roll, bugger.
You've asked me to roll in
Jonas
roll
rolls
20.
to a minimum.
You're asking me to contribute to this game of D&D.
I know, right?
It's on its way as Johan assesses every corner of the board. His mind racing with the many possibilities of the game ahead. Like it is.
Oh my god!
Perhaps a knight to C3.
I just don't know. I'm just gonna just assume that it's probably not quite the move you want it to be.
I don't want to make any kind of assumption. It could be mate in one.
Could be amazing. All right. Well, then we'll wait. Don't want to wait.
Feel free to ask other questions whilst I enjoy.
He'll say, so the three of you, my friend here, has informed me that you were searching around. You appear to be a little lost. Can I offer you guidance in any way? What is it you're looking for? Why are you here?
Powerful magical items.
Powerful magical items.
Yes.
Don't really deal in powerful magical items. Antiquities and art. That's what we deal in here.
Could be an antique magic item.
Ooh, an antique magic item. So it would be an item of great value. You're searching for an item of great value.
I must be honest,
Probably.
Kenny. If I'm going to call you Kenny. You're a friend. You are Kenny. Every room I have been in, there are spirits, but I keep finding body parts. In here, there's this spine and a hip.
Maybe
Spirits?
a bishop to F9.
That roll is going to come up, and it's going to be Absolutely genius. He's going to win. I don't know what you mean by
Absolutely.
spirits. We're just having a party. Of course, there are plenty of drinks around. But, yes,
Dorvan will go to the spine and hip and pick it up and say, "What is this?" This is someone's pelvis.
What's this?
It's probably something left over from a Halloween party, that's all.
Night, I think Johann's in his game. Night. Whatever we are looking for is the cause of all of this death. We must look for some sort of necrotic thing. Some black dragon-like. Something evil.
Oh, that's a good point. It could be a magical creature. Could be a pelt.
Well, listen, friends of mine, any guest here at my party is more than welcome to make his way around my house. I have absolutely nothing to hide. Of course, light fingers are a bit of a problem, so please keep... But I do trust you. I'm sure you're absolutely fine. So here, and he points to his desk. There is a pile of keys on the desk.
That would have been helpful.
We don't need that.
You are more than welcome to have a good old explores. We'll unlock any door in the house.
I think you'll find they're all quite unlocked already.
Is everything above you an open plan?
No, there are a couple of bedrooms upstairs, of course.
We should probably check out the bedrooms.
The main bedroom, the lock is broken, unfortunately. Door hasn't opened for some time. Years, I believe.
Dorvan caresses the head of his hammer.
All right.
I think we can sort that.
Well, whilst you're up there, do introduce yourself to my darling wife. I haven't seen her in so long.
I think we need to head
What
upstairs.
do you mean?
He almost looks forlorn and sad for a moment, like tragedy sad. Like the reality of his situation dawns on him briefly, and then he sort of picks himself back up again and just forgets. It just drifts from his face. Don't know. She's been upstairs for hours. Women.
Why don't you go upstairs? You could just go up there and say hello.
No, and I can't be doing that. I have to entertain the guests. Don't want to be pushy, you know. Anyway, she'll come back down when she's ready.
Right.
Do,
I'm
please,
not
have
entertaining
plenty to
anyone
drink.
except us.
Have plenty to drink. There should be food everywhere. Glorious food.
Should we all head upstairs?
Johann is still
Too
trying
many
to make that
drinks.
move.
When
though,
I've made my move, and it will take you some time to contemplate its cunning nature. Dwell on it, if you would, Colonel Brightly.
Oh
It
dear.
will come to you one day, and you will know how
Indeed.
defeated you. Yes. But for now, we cannot linger. We cannot linger for your meager mind to catch up with this bold strategy.
It's just, we're running out of time.
Let
I
us
don't want to run over massively again.
depart. And,
Screw you, Roll20. Screw you. Okay. Are you going up the stairs? The stairs over here appear to go down, by the way. The smaller staircase that you spotted over the other side of the map go down. The big stairs that, on my map, Johann is still stood next to, go up.
Well, he said we should go up. Let's go up.
Okay.
I agree.
Say that all three of you head up the stairs, and hopefully this will rejig things a little bit. It is a smaller map.
Think well.
Less
on
going
your
on.
Move. Kenwell Brightly. One day you will realize-
Kenny, we are friends after all.
Kenny, you will do well to ponder that move most carefully.
He's gonna if that move ever comes up, he's going to ponder it. I'm afraid that the way this is going, guys, if Johan can't roll at all,
We will have
you
to
physically can't beat the final boss of this game, and you've lost. Sorry.
we're back.
Yeah, you go ahead, mate.
So thank you ever so much for sticking with us, beautiful, lovely, patient audience. This is something we've just been talking about. I finally managed to get back to the guys, but there have been some significant problems we were experiencing with Roll20. For a few times, it has been due to my settings with OBS. I will definitely say that has been the cause, but in no small factor, Roll20 is the major factor here as to what's preventing us from continuing. I'm not able to roll any dice, and I would rather us play all this wonderful content that Matt has poured his heart and soul into. I'd actually like us to be able to do that and enjoy it rather than it be dragged out in this manner. So we're going to call it there this evening. Yeah, we really appreciate your patience and being a wonderful audience. Next week, we're going to see if we can try and actually do the video through Discord. Was going to wait till I had a better laptop, better machine to do it, but I don't feel like we have much of a choice at the moment. See, Dom's gone even now. Like, our hand is being forced. So this is the only way that we're going to do it. The fact of the matter is, we love playing this game, and we love streaming it for you guys. We love streaming to those that have taken the time to enjoy our game. So we're going to try and improve the quality, and rather than just hand wave it this time, we're going to try something different next week. So without further ado, we're going to sign off. We're going to say bone them rolls. It is sad, it is annoying, but I think it's probably the best shout because I want to enjoy the ending of Chaos Falls. I don't want it to be dragged out due to technical issues and then everyone not be happy, particularly Matt, who's put so much time and effort into it. Anything to add, boys, before we go for an attack on Roll20 and we then start sorting Discord? We're gonna literally do it now. So
yeah, no, I just reinforce what Rob was saying. We are very, very grateful for you guys watching and supporting. It is absolutely lovely to have people enjoying our content, and we really want to put out some good content. We just keep hitting these little roadblocks, but we will find a way around it. We just don't want to keep having these stop-start things. So yeah, join us again. Don't give up on us, folks. Don't give up on us. Come back and we'll have it sorted.
We will, and we won't stop until we are triumphant. Thank you ever so much, Redium. He says absolutely understandable. Best of luck for next time. And we will see you next time. Let's bone them rolls. Yeah. Take it easy, guys.
Bone them rolls.
Bone.
Bone them.